story that is breaking on your screens right now. The government is considering linking key welfare schemes with socio-economic caste census that was held in 2011. As of now, major welfare schemes like MNREGA uses BPL data to identify the key beneficiaries. Now, the move comes after a high-level government panel led by former Finance Secretary Sumit Bose proposed the viability of using socio-economic caste census data for welfare schemes as well. And Ronojoy Banerjee, my colleague, standing by with all the exclusive details. So, Ron, which are the government schemes that are likely to be linked with SECC in the first phase?
Hi, Nisha. Just to give some background to our viewers, now we all know that the government's big thrust has been on identifying the poor, ensuring that the welfare benefits, the welfare schemes go to those who need it the most. And therefore, there's been a lot of focus on Aadhaar. And when you link bank accounts to Aadhaar, what the government is hoping that whatever benefits an individual is entitled to, those benefits will be directly credited into his or her account. But it still does not solve the problem of identifying who the poor is, who deserve the various government schemes. And that is why, as you rightly mentioned, last year, former Finance Secretary Sumit Bose had formed a panel. And then thereafter, in January this year, he had submitted a report to the government, concluding that the SECC, or the socio-economic caste census data that was done for 2011 is a robust mechanism. It was done scientifically. And that data can be used to essentially identify the poor. So what we understand is that in the first phase, the Rural Affairs Ministry will be proposing about 4 flagship government schemes that will be that they want that these schemes be linked to SEC. The 4 schemes are MNREGA, which is of course a well-known scheme, the National Health Protection Scheme, the Housing for All scheme, as well as the National Skill Development schemes. Apart from that, as of now, SECC data is already being used for schemes like the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, which was, if you remember, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. It's also being used for the LPG scheme. If you remember, it's called the Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana. So some of the schemes are already being done, but the government now wants to expand its ambit. One key implication for this, Nisha, will be that currently government uses BPL estimates to identify the beneficiaries for these schemes, which actually gives a lot of discretionary power to state governments. If SECC now becomes, like the de facto yardstick on the basis of which these schemes and the benefits will be passed on, it might lead to some sort of protest from the state government. So we'll have to wait and watch how they respond to this. Nisha.